So, down greetings po, Sir Janus. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Green Jacinel Fajardo, the leader of this group. And now, we're going to present our midterm project for CCS 102. So, let's start.
Good day, my name is Leon J.C. Nanyos and I am here to discuss the problem understanding and analysis of this project. Also, the requirements of the user na kailangan niyang gawin para makapag-login dito sa banking system na to. Okay, the problem involves the creating a simple banking system where users can log in, perform transactions, and manage their accounts based on predefined tiers. Si user is kailangan mag-login using their account number and a PIN. Yung system is nag-aalaw lang ng up to 3 attempts. If nag-failed yung 3 attempts na yun, may possible na mag-lock yung account mo. And if successful naman yung pag-login, the system assigns the user to one of the 3 account tiers. Meron tayong 3 tiers, which is yung basic, premium, and VIP. Basic is had a lower balance and smaller withdrawal limits lang. Then kay premium naman is medium balance with a higher withdrawal than basic. Then kay premium naman is highest balance siya and wala siyang withdrawal limits. And each tier determines how much the user can withdraw in a single transaction or per session. Meron din tayong pine-perform na 3 transaction per session, which is yung deposit, withdraw, and check the balance. Yung deposit is yung mag-add ka ng funds to different account. Then, kay withdrawal naman is taking money from the same account. Then, check the balance is only viewing the current balance and account tier. Then, after completing the session, either through logging out or completing 3 transactions, the user is prompted with 2 options, whether log in again, or exit the system. Log in again is start a new session with another account or Sigma account. Then, exit the system naman is yung i-end mo na yung transaction mo with the system entirely. And for the key features and key challenges naman, let's call Mr. Vol Lagata to explain.
Greetings, I am Bonja Marie S. Lagata and I'm here to discuss the other half of the problem and analysis, the key features and challenges of this project. So let's start. So let us know what are the key features that needs to be met by this project. First we have is the user authentication, where each user must log in using an account number and a PIN. And in our case, we have 3 accounts, the basic with a number of 123 and a PIN of 111. Next is the premium with an account number of 456 and a PIN is 222. And lastly, the VIP with account number of 789 and the PIN is 333. The system must be designed to be secure, allowing only 3 attempts before locking the account for the session, which prevents unauthorized access. Next is the account tiers. As I've said earlier, we have 3 account types, the basic, premium, and VIP, and each tier has a specific withdrawal limit. For example, the basic users can only withdraw up to 25,000 pesos per day, while the premium users is up to 50,000 pesos per day, while the VIP users have no withdrawal limit at all. Then we have the transactions, where users can perform up to 3 transactions per session, including the deposits, withdrawal within their limits, and the balance checks. This makes it easy for the users to manage their account effectively. Another important feature is the input validation, where the system must ensure that users enter a valid amounts for deposits and withdrawals. If a user tries to withdraw more than their balance or daily limit, they will receive an error message, ensuring that the system runs smoothly and prevents mistakes. Then lastly is the multiple sessions. After completing a session of 3 transactions, users can choose to log in as a different user or exit the program. And that's basically the key features of this project. Now let's talk about the key challenges that we faced in developing the system. The first challenge was ensuring efficient input validation. We needed to make sure that the system could handle various types of user inputs without causing errors. For example, we implemented checks to prevent the users from withdrawing more than their balance or daily limit. By using conditional statements and loops, we ensured that invalid inputs were caught and the users were prompted to re-enter the correct information. The second challenge was managing multiple account tiers. Each account type has different rules, so we had to carefully design the system to enforce these limits based on the user's account type. To solve this, we use tier-specific conditions to apply withdrawal limits for basic and premium accounts, while allowing the VIP users to withdraw without restrictions. This ensured that the system was flexible and handled each tier correctly. Lastly, we faced the challenge of providing a smooth user experience across multiple sessions. Users needed to be able to perform several transactions easily and, if needed, log in as another user without confusion. So, to solve this, we added clear prompts and structured the program so that the users are guided step by step through the process, with options to either continue or exit after each session. To wrap it up, this project helped us to apply our knowledge of Java control structures like if, else, and loops. It challenged us to think about user input validation and how to create a secure, seamless experience with different types of users. The result is simple, yet effective banking system that balances functionality and user friendliness.
For a midterm project, a banking system that includes VIP, premium, and basic accounts. So further ado, let's talk about the algorithm that we're trying to look forward before we get or before we get to do the actual coding. So now for the step one, first of all, we need the step one, start. All we know that all of the system need to start before running it, right? So step two, declaring variables. These variables helps us to determine what would be the function of different lines of logic and code in order that to help with us in the flow of the project. First of all, declaring the variable, we need to get the boolean or declare the boolean variable exist system into false because we need to prompt the user to choose what would be their choice whenever to get another transaction or log out their system. Next, login is equals to false. So login is equal to false means that whenever to whenever that the login is false, it helps the user to log in the system, to enter the system. However, for declaring variables as a int for the login attempts, these login attempts helps them to achieve our minimum requirement that only three attempts that will made. It will increment whenever the credential is wrong, and if the credential is right, the system will go through the flow. So next, account number. For the account number, it helps us to determine the credential. Also, for the PIN number, it helps us to determine the function of different accounts. That's like I said before, for the VIP, premium, and such that. So thus, we also need transaction count. In transaction count is equal to 0 because if you are a VIP, you don't need to, we are not allowing you to have a transaction count. However, if you have a basic and premium, we need to allow you that you have a transaction count of 3. If the transaction was successful, it will increment it. So next, for the balance a double, yeah. We're declaring a double variable, balance is equal to 0. 0.0 because whenever we're starting a bank, hindi naman pwede na meron ka agad na balance. So that's why we need to access that or declare that as 0. So daily withdrawal limit is equal to 0. Why? We have a condition that if you are not a BIP, you don't have a daily withdrawal limit. So next, total withdrawn today. So for the total withdrawn today is equal to 0, it helps that to count the balance of the user whenever they deposit or withdraw. However, we also have the basic balance. For the basic balance, we have the value of 10,000. For the premium balance, we have the value of 20,000. And the VIP balance, we have the value as well as 50,000. So next, we also need to declare the string or no, a final int. So for the final int, hindi na to nagbabago. Kumbaga lock na siya as yun na yung pinaka-value niya. Medyo secured to kasi hindi mo pwedeng baguhin dahil nandun yung thought ng aming requirement sa project. So account number 1 is 123. So ang pin niya ay 111 and account 2 456 and the pin 2 is 222. So for the account 3 789 and for the pin 3 333. Yeah, yan ang na-declare namin as final int. Need siyang i-declare as a final int para hindi siya mabago. Kumbaga constant value kung tawagin. So next, we need also to declare a string para sa pag-show ng ating details whenever we have to check the balance. So yon, string account here is equal to quotation mark blank. Why blank? Because it will update whenever what you are using. For example, you use the BIP. So it will show as for the BIP. This is a BIP balance. Yeah, BIP account balance and etc. Next, basic tier is equal to quotation basic and the premium tier is equal to quotation premium. And VIP tier is equal to BIP. So next, we also need to declare final double. Why? Because for the basic daily withdrawal limit, we only have 25,000 per day. For the premium daily withdrawal limit, we have 50,000. As you can see, we don't have the withdrawal limit for our VIP because in the requirements we don't need to allow the user that he has the withdrawal limit because they are VIP. Okay? Moving forward, we have the step 3, display welcome message to the user. Alam naman natin na in order na maintindihan ng ating user kung mag-i-start na ba ang program, syempre may prompt yan na welcome to ganito ganyan. So yun, di-display natin yan sa step 3. So sa step 4 natin, magpo-process naman tayo ng while loop method para ma-authenticate natin or ma-verify natin yung user credential. So next step, ipo-prompt naman na user yung pag-enter ng ating account number and PIN. Further that, ipaprocess yan ng ating system to check the credential if the credential is correct. So if the credential is wrong, it will increment to login attempts. Yeah, magla-login attempts. So magpa-plus yung login attempt namin kapag mali ang inyong nilagay. So the user credential match to the basic premium or VIP account, magsiset ng value ang ating system. Dahil may naka-ready na tayong value kanina, na whenever kung ano ang tumama sa inyong nilagay, halimbawa VIP ang tinamaan mo, VIP ang in-enter mo, so magsha-show doon kung ano yung mga privilege mo as a VIP. Tapos, alam naman natin sa banking system na 3 attempts wrong credential, maglalaki yung account mo. So, magpo-prompt ang ating user ang ating system kapag ang ating user ay naka-attempt na ng 3, magpo-prompt yun na the account is locked. And magte-terminate ang ating program and magre-rerun na lang yung program natin in order na maprotektahan ang ating banking system na hindi na sila makapag-try pa. So, with that, Mr. Delgra will discuss the following step, the remaining step of step 5 for processing, and step 6 for the prompting of the user to make another session. And for the step 7, the end of the program. And thank you.
Step 5 in the algorithm, processing of transaction options.
proceeding to the for loop method that allows 3 transactions. So dito gagawa ng for loop that allows the user to pick to the 3 options kung deposit, withdrawal, or check balance, or the otherwise log out. Then next to the program is display the options of transactions: deposit, withdrawal, check balance, and log out. So di-displays dito sa user kung alin ang pwede niya pagpilian. Then handling user transaction by switch statement. So dito gagawa ng switch statement na magpa-process nung in-input ng user kung ito bang transaction na ito is deposit, withdrawal, check balance, or otherwise log out. And for the deposit, prompt the user to enter amount of deposit. So, yung program ay kailangan humingi ng amount sa user kung gaano kalaki yung kanyang i-deposit. Then, if the amount of deposit is greater than 0, set the new balance. So, ang kailangang or requirements para sa user para ma-proceed dun sa mismong program, yung kanyang amount of deposit is not equal or less than 0. So, meaning, kailangan niyang 1 or above positive numbers. Then, next is display the updated balance or show for valid error input. So, dito, di-display lang sa user kung gaano nakalaki or gaano kalaki yung amount nung balance nung kanyang pag-deposit or nung amount nung kanyang na-deposit. Or, pag may error, di-display ng program yung error kung saan siya nag-invalid. Then, next is for withdrawal. Prompt the user to enter the amount of withdrawal. So, dito, hihingi yung program uli kung gaano naman kalaki yung kanyang i-withdraw from the balance. So, if VIP users, allow the user to withdraw any amount. So, yung VIP user, walang limit yung kanyang pag-withdraw. Then, display error message if the user withdraws more than their balance. Pero, kailangan sa VIP user, kailangan less than or equal lang doon sa kanilang balance. Hindi pwede mag-exceed. So, ibig sabihin, pag nag-exceed, kakautang na. Hindi na pwede. Then, for basic and premium users, check the available balance and daily withdrawal limit. So, i-check na agad dito yung daily withdrawal limit and balance. Then, update and check the total withdrawn today for basic and premium users and balance for valid transaction. So, i-check dito kung gano'n na ba yung total na withdraw sa araw na yon para hindi siya mag-exceed. So, pag nag-exceed, mag-i-invalid na siya. Para sa i-check para sa valid transaction lang. Para magdiretso dun sa program. Then, display an error message if the user exceeds total withdrawn today and its updated balance. So, kagaya sinabi ko kanina, pag nag-exceed na yung i-withdraw niya dun sa total withdrawn today or yung limit niya or yung sa kanyang balance, mag-e-error na siya. So, display the updated balance after checking the limits and balances. So, dito, after the transaction, di-display na sa user yung kanyang final balance and yung kung gaano pa yung available niya for today, yung pwede pa niyang i-withdraw. Then, for check balance, display the account year, updated balance, depends on user credential and activity logout. So, dito, sa check balance, i-check niya kung ano nang naging activity ng user dun sa deposit or withdraw and di-display niya dito sa check balance. So, in short, in check balance, check lang nito yung balance mo kung ilan pa yung available dun sa account mo. Then, for the logout, proceed to exit the loop for transaction by updating the transaction equal to 3.
Then dito, mag-exit na yung program. Pag pinili ng user yung form. And dito, kailangan i-update dito yung transaction count is equal to 3 or the exit. Then, step 6, prompt the user to choose to run the program again by entering 1 to proceed to another session and by entering 0 to end and terminate the program. So, dito sa step 6, papapiliin lang yung user kung uulit ba siya ng run ng program or hindi na. Kailangan mag-enter ng user ng 1 para mag-proceed do sa another session or magsisimula ulit siya do sa una. Then, enter 0, terminate the program. So, exit na siya sa program. If the user selects 0, the system will update the value of exit system is equal to true to end the banking system. So, dito, pag enter yung user ng 0, the program will terminate or i-update nung program yung exit system is equal to true. Meaning, mag-end na yung kanyang program. Then, display the user a thank you message. So, pag nag-exit na siya, after niya mag-exit, mag-display muna ng thank you message dun sa user. Then, else, proceed to another transaction and login. So, dito naman, pag nag-enter naman siya ng 1, magpo-proceed na uli siya dun sa una or dun sa from the top. So, babago uli siya dito sa steps 1 to 7. And last step, step 7, end the program. So, dito, iti-terminate na yung program.
Hi, my name is Sam Datoy, and now I will discuss the pseudocode of our program code. So let's start. So, nag-start kami sa paglagay ng start and end sa aming pseudocode. Then next, naglagay kami ng variable or nag-declare kami ng variable na boolean exit system equals to false. Sa labas siya ng do while para sa relogin ng user. Kasi pag nasa loob siya, hindi siya tatanggapin. So, naglagay kami ng do while. Then, nag-declare kami ng mga variables. So, nag-declare kami ng integer login attempts, equals to 0, integer account number, integer PIN, boolean login equals to false, string account year, double balance, double daily withdrawal limit is equal to 0, double total withdrawn today, integer transaction count, and double amount. So, kung makikita nyo is 0 silang lahat at wala silang value. Kasi mamaya, gagamit tayo ng set value or set value tayo sa kanila. Then, nag-declare kami ng mga account number at PIN na tatanggapin lang ni program or ni system. Then, sa account 1, 1, 2, 3. Then, ang kanyang PIN is 111. Then, account 2, 4, 5, 6. Tapos, ang kanyang PIN is 222. Tapos, sa account 3 is 789. Tapos, ang PIN 3 is 333. Tapos, nag-declare din kami ng mga string. Nag-declare din kami ng mga string sa basic tier, basic. Sa premium tier is premium. Sa VIP tier is VIP. Tapos, nag-declare na rin kami ng mga balance sa kada account. So, sa basic balance, meron ding 10,000. Sa premium balance, may 20,000. Saka sa VIP balance is may 50,000. Tapos, nag-declare din kami ng daily withdrawal limit ng basic at premium. Sa basic, merong 25,000. Then sa premium is may 50,000. Next is dito is nag-display kami ng welcome text. So, welcome to PNCian banking system. Next is nag-nested loop kami. So, naging kami ng while loop for login attempts. So, if ever na maging 3 yung login attempts at hindi pa rin nag-true yung login, ay kusang malalock up yung account or malalock out. Tapos dito, tatanungin si user yung account number, tapos i-read ni system. Tapos dito naman, prompt enter your PIN, dito ilalagay yung PIN, tapos i-read yung PIN. So, if ever na si user ay pinili yung account 1, magsiset yung value para sa account 1 or sa basic lang, or sa basic tier. Magsiset, di ba yung kanina yung account tier is 0, o wala rin laman, tapos ngayon magiging siyang basic tier, tapos yung balance is magkakaroon na rin ng balance. Ng basic balance if ever na account 1 yung pinili. Ganon din sa account 2. may mga withdraw limit na rin sila. Kanina walang laman yung withdraw limit. Then sa account 3, ganun din, pero wala siyang daily withdraw limit kasi unlimited siya. Tapos, if ever nawala sa tatlo, ang else is mag-i-increment yung transaction or yung pag-login ni user until maging 3. So, kapag umabot ng 3 at hindi pa rin nag-true yung login or is not equal to login or false pa rin siya, magdi-display siya ng account lock to many attempts. So, next, sa transaction na tayo, nag-gamit kami ng for loop. So, dito, kapag yung transaction ay umabot ng 3, ay kusang magtatanong si user or magpa-prompt lang, would you like to log in again? Or kung gusto ba umulit ni user kapag log in. So, dinisplay namin dito yung mga transaction na pwedeng piliin ni user. Tapos, dito, nag-prompt kami o dito maglalagay si user na kung ano yung choice niya. Tapos, i-read ni program. Tapos, gumamit kami ng switch. Sa case 1, so if ever pili ni user ay deposit, dito mag-input si user kung ilang i-deposit niya, then i-read, then dito, if amount is not or greater than to 0, dun magka-calculate yung amount. Tapos i-display yung result. And kapag mababa siya sa 0, i-display naman ni program is invalid deposit amount. Tapos break. So, kapag sa case 2 naman, kunyari pinili ni user yung withdrawal, dito siya maglalagay kung ilan i-withdraw niya. Tapos i-read ni program. So, kapag yung account na pinili ni user is VIP, dito siya mapupunta. Tapos, if hindi siya mababa sa 0, magka-calculate. I-calculate na ni program o ibabawas na sa amount. Tapos, i-display niya yung result. At sa else naman, ito naman yung mga hindi VIP. So, dito, i-check kung bababa ba sa 0 yung amount. Tapos, i-check doon sa daily withdrawal limit, mapa-basic man or premium. So, if ever lumagpas siya doon, ang nalagay doon ay ang i-display is invalid withdrawal amount or limit exceeded. Tapos, kapag nakapasok naman siya dyan, i-calculate, balance is minus equals to amount, then i-calculate din yung total withdrawal today. Tapos, i-display nyo yung mga result. Yung withdrawal successful new balance, then total withdrawn today. As if, kapag mas malaki sa balance, yung amount na inaano ni user ay magdi-display siya ng insufficient funds. Tapos break. Tapos if ever naman na case 3 or yung pangatlong choice ang pinili ni user, i-display dito yung account year, kung anong account siya. Then i-display yung current balance niya at depende sa account na pinili niya. Then sa case 4, kung pinili naman or the number 4 naman ang pinili ni user, ay magdi-display ito ng logging out. Then, kapag wala sa 1, 2, 3, 4 ang sagot ni user, ay magdi-display naman siya ng invalid choice. Tapos, if ever naka-3 na siya, tapos pinili ni user mag-log out, ay magpa-prompt or mag-a-ask si program ng would you like to log in as another user? Kapag nag-yes is uulit siya, kasi mag-true to. Then kapag nag-no siya is mag-e-exit na yung program. Which is magdi-display siya ng thank you for using the banking system. Then, end. Mag-e-end na siya. Then, that's all for pseudocode and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Samdate, for that explanation. Now, let's dive into the flowchart process. But first, dangal greetings, Sir Janos. I'm Crystal Grace Ilagan, and I'm with Crystal Jade Labine here to explain the flowchart. For the first part, initialization at login attempt loop. Kapag nagsimula yung system, mag-initialize muna siya ng mga variables. Ibig sabihin, siya ng mga initial value tulad ng login attempt to 0, login attempt to false, at exit system to false din. Meron din po siyang mga nakadeclare na constants para sa account, pins at account tiers. Kumbaga, ito yung naka-predefined na data. Display welcome message. Kapag na-initialize na, maglalabas ang system ng welcome message para i-greet yung user ng PNC Nyan's banking system. Parang yung usual na nakikita natin sa mga banking platforms na i-greet muna nila yung user. Login attempt loop. Pagkatapos po ng welcome message, papasok na sa login process, ipaprompt ng system yung user na maglagay ng account number at PIN. Ngayon, kung tama yung account number at PIN na in-enter ng user, which means magmamatch siya isa sa mga predefined accounts, siset ng system yung specific account details kasama na dyan yung account tier, balance, at daily withdrawal limit. Kung mali yung credentials na in-enter ng user, mag-i-increment yung login attempts, madadagdagan siya ng 1. Kapag mali pa rin, after 3 attempts, ika-cancel na yung login at ilalak na yung account. So, kailangan tama yung account number at PIN para makapasok. Second part, process flow and inputs, outputs. Start. Bale, yung pinaka-start ng process, mag-set muna ng initial variables gaya ng exit system to false, login attempt to 0, at mga iba pang variables tulad ng account number, PIN, login, account tier, balance, at daily withdrawal limit. Parang sinasabi sa system na, simula na tayo, pero wala pang naka-login. Set constants. May mga constants na naka-define na sa umpisa. Nandyan yung mga account numbers at PINs ng iba't ibang account types. Halimbawa, may mga accounts na naka-classify as basic, premium, at VIP or VIP. May kanya-kanya silang initial balance at daily withdrawal limits. Welcome screen. Pagkatapos maset yung mga variables at constant, ilalabas ulit ng system yung welcome message para ipakita sa user na active na yung system. Login process. Tuloy-tuloy na po yung login process kung saan ipaprompt ulit yung user na mag-enter ng account number at PIN. Kung tama yung details, magiging login na yung user at ma-access na niya yung account details niya. Pero kung mali, dadagdag lang sa account login attempts hanggang 3 attempts lang po ito. At kung mali pa rin, maglalak na yung account number para sa security.
Hello everyone, my name is Criso J. Labine and I'm going to explain our transaction process or the continue of our flowchart by Miss Krisha Ilagan on our login process. So let's go to our transaction process. So as you can see here in my screen, here is our flowchart again, and I'm going to explain our transaction process. So let's start here. So after the user enter his or her account number and all the choices and all of his or his account number is true, it will undergo here. So same as the login process, we will have our welcome message and it will ask the user to choose a transaction. So we have display our transaction number 1, which is deposit, transaction number 2, which is withdraw, transaction number 3, which is check balance, and transaction number 4, which is log out. So we will prompt the user to enter a number, and here we will start our decision. So if the user enter or choose number 1, we will go here. If choice is equals to 1, we'll undergo here. So it will prompt the user to enter the amount of the deposit and it will read the amount. So dito po, magkakaroon po ulit tayo ng another decision. So here, we will ask the user if the amount is greater than 0. So if yes, yung sinabi ng mismong user natin, it will calculate to add the amount to the balance, and then i-display niya yung kanyang new balance together with display na deposit is successful. And if the amount is greater than 0 or no, if nag-no po yung mismong ating amount, since check po natin if yung mismong amount natin is greater than 0, magdi-display po siya ng invalid deposit amount. So, after po nito, bababa po yung dalawa nating decision, and at magka-count yun as transaction count, and also bababa yung ating transaction count and another decision na if transaction less than to 3. So if it's yes, babalik tayo sa ating display message together with the choose transaction, and if it's no, pupunta po siya and i-ask niya yung user kung magla-login pa siya ng another user, and if nag-yes siya, i-read ng mismong ating program yung mismong value na naka-stored dun sa mismong user natin, and then tatanungin uli ng ating decision if yung continuous session na yun or yung naka-value na stored is not equal to 1. So if yes, i-display niya yung thank you for using the bank system. Pero if no, isi-set niya ng exit system to true, then babalik po tayo sa pinakauna kung saan ipaprompt po ng user yung account number niya. So, ngayon na alam niyo na po yung mismong process, let's go back to our decision number 1. So, if the decision is not equals to 1, it will undergo to our decision is equals to 2. So, choice is equals to 2. So, if it's yes ulit, it will prompt the user to enter the amount to withdraw. And then, it will read the amount, and then, dito po, magkakaroon po tayo ng ating first decision na if the account tier is designated as VIP. And, if it's yes daw, magkakaroon tayo uli ng another decision to check if the amount is greater than or less than sa balance. So, if yes, ika-calculate natin siya and isusubtract natin yung account niya from the balance, and then i-display natin yung withdrawal is successful and yung updated balance niya. And yung if no naman po, yung amount is greater than 0 and less than equals to balance, i-display niya yung insufficient funds. And same as always, mag-increment siya as 1, and then pupunta ulit siya sa decision ng is transaction less than 3, and then yung yes and no. And if yes, it will display the transaction or that welcome message and choose transaction. And if it's no, mag-undergo ulit po siya ng decision. And either po if nag-yes, it will log out the user, and if it's no, pupunta uli po siya sa pinakaunahan para i-prompt niya po yung account number. So, balik po tayo. So, if the account tier is designated as VIP tier, or check natin ulit kung VIP yung mismong ating user, and if nag-no po siya, pupunta po siya dito sa another decision, which is to check if yung amount is greater than 0 and less than equals to balance. So, bale, ang check po dito is yung ating total amount na withdraw from today, and also yung current amount, and kung hindi siya nag-exceed sa limit. So, if yes, if yung mismong ating decision o yung ating question is nasagot ng yes or true lahat, ika-calculate po ng ating program yung to subtract yung amount from the balance, and it will also calculate to add the amount from the total na withdraw. So, it will display our withdraw successful new balance and our display total withdrawn today. So, if nag-no naman po yung ating decision, it will undergo to another decision, nag-ask na if the amount is greater than balance. So, to check. So, if nag-yes po tayo dito, magdi-display po siya ng invalid. And if nag-no naman po, i-update niya po yung mismong balance and yung total na na-withdraw niya, and also yung kanyang new balance and yung total withdraw rin ulit. And after po nito, magta-transaction po uli siya sa incremented by 1, and same process po, na if transaction less than 3, yes or no, and then yung mismong display, and also pag no, yung mismong prompt ng user to log out, or uulit po uli siya sa pinakauna. So, after po nun, let's go back to our choice na choice is equals to 2. So, if yung choice natin ngayon, or yung user is, yung choice na is not equals to 2, pupunta po tayo to another decision, which is if choice is equals to 3. So, if yung choice po natin is equals to 3, i-display po ng mismong program po natin yung account tire ng user and yung kanyang current balance. And then, magta-transaction count po uli ng incremented by 1, and then ulit po yung is transaction less than to 3, yes or no, same process po as the others. So, balik po tayo, and if yung choice natin uli is not equals to 3, it will undergo to our choice, or choice is equals to 4. So, dito po, if yung user or yung choice na is equals to 4, if yes, magdi-display po tayo ng logging out. And i-ask po natin na if yung user, if mag-like to log in another user, mag-login ng another user, and then undergo po siya na i-read niya yung mismong value or yung mismong naka-stored na value dun sa ating user, and then undergo po siya ng is continuous session is not equals to 1. So, bali dito, nire-read ng mismong ating program na if yung value na naka-stored sa atin is not equals to 1, which is yung yes po dito sa pinakauna. So, if nag-yes po siya, magdi-display po siya ng thank you for using the banking system, since yung mismong pinindot ng user is no. So, if nag-yes naman po yung ating user, magsaset po ulit siya sa exit system to true, and then babalik po siya sa pinakauna para po i-prompt ng user yung mismong account number niya. So, balik po tayo sa choice is equals to 4, and if yung choice po natin is equals to 4 is nag-no, or mali po yung mismong nalagay ng ating user, magdi-display po siya ng invalid choice, and then mag-undergo po siya uli sa transaction count incremented by 1, and then after po nun, mag-undergo po uli siya ng is transaction less than to 3, and then if nag-no, pupunta uli po siya dun sa pinakauna, dun po sa would you like to log in another user, and if yes naman po, pupunta po siya dito sa ating transaction account. Ayan po, yung transaction account po natin na deposit, withdraw, check, balance, and log out. So, after po mangyari nito, after po mangyari nito, and kung ang ating user is yung choice na is equals to 4 or nag-log out na, magdi-display po ng log out, and also yung kanyang continuous session is not equals to 1, magdi-display po tayo ng thank you for using the banking system, and then pupunta po siya dito sa baba and mag-e-end po siya. So, ayun lang po, and let's head out to the next topic.
Greetings everyone. So for the start of our program, we're gonna use a scanner. Scanner is equals to new scanner system dot in for the user inputs. Now next we're gonna declare a boolean variable exit system is equals to false. Now we're gonna have a do while loop for the start of the banking system and a loop for the multiple sessions of the program. Inside the do while loop, we're gonna declare variables int login attempts is equals to 0, int account number variable, and the int pin variable. Next one is the boolean login is equals to false, string account tier is equals to 2 quotation marks, double balance is equals to 0.0, double daily withdrawal limit is equals to 0, double total withdrawn today is equals also to 0, and int transaction count is equals to 0. And the next one is a double amount variable. The next one, we're gonna declare final variables for the accounts of the user for the basic, premium, and VIP accounts. So now we're gonna declare final int account 1 is equals to 123, pin 1 is equals to 111 for the premium for the basic account. Final int account 2 is equals to 456 and pin 2 is equals to 222 for the premium user. Final int account 3 is equals to 789 and pin 3 is equals to 333 for the VIP account. Next one, we're gonna declare string basic tier is equals to basic, string premium tier is equals to premium, string VIP tier is equals to VIP, and a double basic balance is equals to 10,000, double premium balance is equals to 20,000, and double VIP balance is equals to 50,000. Again, we're gonna declare a final double variable. Basic daily withdrawal limit is equals to 25,000. Final double premium daily withdrawal limit is equals to 50,000. And after declaring all of the variables needed in the program, we're gonna welcome the user for the PNC's banking system.
So thank you for that, Mr. King James. So tapos na tayo mag-initialize ng ating mga variable. Sunod naman is yung pag-prompt natin kay user ng enter your number, account number, and then PIN. And then, may login attempts din tayo doon. So, para doon, gumamit tayo ng while loop. So, login attempt is less than 3. So, yung value ng login attempt natin inherently is 0. Kasi initialize natin dito na yung value ng login attempt is 0. And then, if that is less than 3, then true to. Ito yung unang condition. Pero gamit tayo ng end. So, meaning may isa pang condition na kailangan natin maging true. So, and not log in. Yung not log, yung value ng login natin is false. Pero since may nakalagay tayo ng not, magiging true siya. So, sa unang batch pa lang, lalabas na agad yung while. So, true na agad to. Which is what we want kasi gusto natin agad na i-enter yung account number ni user. So, after that, pag true to, true yung while, mangyayari yung while loop body. So, mangyayari yung enter account number, and then yung i-enter ni user is may store sa account number. Same yun sa ating PIN. So, enter your PIN, and then yung enter ni user, may store sa PIN. So, tapos na tayo mag-prompt kay user ng account number and then ng PIN. After that, tutukuyin naman natin kung equal ba yung enter ni user sa mga fixed na value ng account number and ng PIN. So, makikita sa dito, initialize natin dito na yung final int account 1 and then final int account pin 2, pin 1 is basic. So, titignan natin if yung in-enter ni user is nakapaloob or equal dito sa mga finalized value natin. So, gagamit tayo ng if-else statement doon. So, if account number is equal to account 1 and pin 1, if pin is equal to pin 1. So, if true to, meaning basic yung account mo. Basic user ka lang. So, mangyayari yung account tier. So, we'll see that nakalagay. Basic tier. Basic tier. And then, balance is basic balance. Nakaset sa basic balance. Daily withdrawal limit. Basic withdrawal limit. Kasi nga, basic account ka lang eh. And then, yung login is true. So, same yon. Same lang din sa premium. Pero ang pinagkaiba, ipinalitan natin na basic tier magiging premium tier. Same lang din. Pero, same lang din naman siya sa VIP. Pero, ang nakalagay natin dito is wala tayong daily withdrawal limit. Hindi natin nilagay yung daily withdrawal limit kasi nga walang withdrawal limit yung mga VIP account. And then, we have, kung mag-false man lahat to, so unang if, false, pupunta sa else if. If this is false, pupunta ulit sa else if. Pag wala pa din, edi mapupunta na sa else. Then, magkakaroon tayo ng login attempts. Yung login attempt, mag-increment yung login attempts natin, which is inherently 0. So, this is important para matukoy natin kung ilang attempts na yung nagawa ni user, kung ilang login attempts na yung nagawa ni user. And then, nakalagay dito system.out. Pang ano lang, para invalid account pin, account or pin attempt plus login attempt of 3. So, dito papasok yung login attempts. If tatlong beses mangyari yung else, tatlong beses mag-increment yung login attempts, which is yung value niya is magiging 3 na, then hindi ito mangyayari. Yung while natin is mag-false kasi nga login attempt is less than 3. Yung 3 naman is not less than 3. Kailangan equal siya. So, hindi na less than yung naman to, hindi naman nakalagay na less than equal. So, mag-false na agad yung while, and hindi ito mangyayari. Yung while body natin para sa login attempts hindi na mangyayari. Ang mangyayari is itong if. If is not log in, which is true, mangyayari yung account log too many attempts and then mag-return. So, tingnan natin to. Tingnan natin yung program natin and we'll see for ourselves. So, run natin. So, let's say for example, nilagay ko is 555. Wala namang account na nakalagay is 555 yung account yung account. Mayroon dito 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lang, walang 555. So we enter that. And then for pin, for example ay 444. Invalid account. So makikita natin dito is pinint niya agad na attempt 1 out of 3. So for example, this time mali pa din ako. 8, nanguhula lang ako. So 898 tapos 787. So mali pa din kasi hindi naman nakalagay dito na may account pin na 898 eh. So wala namang ganun. So sa attempt 2, 3 na to. Itong laging attempts natin dito is 2 na. 2 is less than 3, which is true para naman. Pero naging din na siya 0, naging 2 na siya kasi nga di ba nag-increment sa may else. Nag-increment sa may else. So, last chance ko na to, last attempt ko na para makapag-login. Pero mali pa din ako. So, 303, 929, 989. And then, lumabas, is invalid account or pin, attempt 3 out of 3, account lock. So, hindi nangyari itong hindi nangyari itong for yung if basic, else if yung for premium. Hindi siya nangyari kasi nga, false na to eh. 3 na to. 3 na yan, yung login attempts, which is false na. Ito na yung mangyayari dito, hindi na mangyayari yung while. Ang mangyayari na is yung if, which is nag-stop na yung program natin kasi nga naka-return eh. So nag-stop na siya kasi nalock na. Nagamit mo na yung attempt 3 out of 3. Para maano mo to, kailangan pang i-rerun yung program. So kita natin kung paano siya nagana, kung paano nagana yung login attempts. So susunod nun, if kunwari naman is nakapasok ka, for example sa basic account 123 111. So itong lalabas. Ito yung lalabas yung mga gagawin ng per transaction ni user. So para mapagana namin yon, gumawa lang kami ng basic for loop. Kasi nga may transaction din eh. So ito maglo-loop to kada isang transaction. So for loop transaction count, nag-initialize kami. So 0 transact, ito yung condition. 0 less than 3, which is true. And then transaction increment. So, simple simple menu lang. 1 for deposit, 2 for withdraw, 3 for check balance, and then 4 for logout. And then, may nakalagay kami dito na your choice. Nag-prompt kami kay user ng your choice. Kung ano yung nalagay ni user, is mag-store dito sa int choice, sa variable na int choice, scanner.nextInt. And then, mangyayari na yung switch, which is nakapaloob yung mga choice namin. Yung mga deposit, withdrawal, check balance, logout. So for our switch statement, we have Mr. Fajardo.
So, ayan. After pumili ni user sa ating choices, no, sa ating banking system, dito na siya papasok sa ating switch case for handle different banking operations based on user choice. So, dito yung switch natin, no. So, meron tayong 4 na case. Case 1 for deposit, case 2 for withdraw, case 3 for balance, and case 4 for logout. So, ayan. So, sa case 1, ito yung deposit. Kunyari, si user, ang pinili niya is deposit. So, syempre, dito siya papasok. So, ayan, mag-e-enter na si user ng deposit kung ilang amount yung i-deposit niya sa kanyang bangko or sa account. Ayan, so, ngayon, i-read na natin siya. Then, ito na yung if-else natin. So, if amount is greater than 0, meaning, magtutrue yun or positive yun. Kasi, nakapag-enter siya ng positive number, so, i-count natin siya, i-calculate natin siya. So, ngayon, yung amount na in-enter natin is mag-add sa ating current balance. And after that, tsaka mag-display yung ating deposit successful and new balance, then yung ating updated balance. So, else, invalid deposit amount. Meaning, if mali yung i-input ni user, like nag-negative siya or nag-type siya ng words, ito yung ito yung mag-display, yung invalid deposit amount. So, next, case 2, ito yung withdraw natin. Siyempre, mag-enter ulit si user ng ating amount, kung magkano i-withdraw niya. Then, check niya muna kung yung account ba is VIP or hindi. If VIP, ayan, kita naman natin, no withdrawal limit, only check for sufficient balance. So, ayan na. If account tier is equals to VIP tier, so nakaganto kami dahil gumamit kami ng string sa variables, which is, ito, string account tier. So, ayan yung pang-determine natin, no, kung VIP ba sa withdrawal operation. So, ayan na. Ito yung magiging condition natin. If amount is greater than 0 and amount is less than or equal to balance, meaning positive, magtutrue yun parehas. Kung ganun yung tamang input ni user, ha. So, meaning, kung mag-true man yun parehas, ito mangyari. Yung amount natin is mag-minus sa ating current balance. Dahil ito yung withdraw niya. So, after that, magdi-display na yung ating withdrawal successful, and then yung new balance natin at yung updated balance. So, else if amount is greater than balance, syempre, since yung balance natin ay meron tayong limit lang, no? Sa balance to, hindi siya sa withdrawal limit. So, yung balance natin, example natin dito is, magkano nga ulit? Ayan, ang VIP balance natin dito is 50k. So, example, nag-withdraw ako ng 55k. Syempre, ang maglalabas doon is itong insufficient funds. So, ayun lang yan. Then, else, ayan, ito naman yung pag hindi VIP users yung account. So, ito yung merong withdrawal limit, which is yung basic and premium. So, sa premium natin, ang withdrawal limit natin dito ay 25k. At sa premium naman, ang withdrawal limit natin ay 50k. Ayan. So, example, magiging condition natin dito, amount, if amount is greater than 0, and amount is less than or equal to balance, and, ito yung muna, magkakalculate to, itong dalawang to. Total withdrawn today plus amount, meaning, sa 3 transactions natin, kada withdraw natin dito sa basic and premium account, mag-a-add siya ng mag-a-add hanggang ma-reach yung ating withdrawal limit. Pag na-reach na natin yon, ang pasok niya ay dito sa else. Invalid withdrawal amount or limit exceeded. Pero, if naman, valid pa rin naman, no? So, hindi pa natin nare-reach yung withdrawal limit. Pero, nag-withdraw tayo ng mas malaki sa balance. So, ang pasok niya is yung else if. Yung insufficient funds. Parang sa VIP lang. So, ayun lang. Ganun lang kasimple sa ating withdrawal amount. So, ayan na. After natin makapag-withdraw dito sa basic and premium, syempre mag-a-add yung amount natin sa total withdrawn today para makita natin kung na-reach na ba natin yung withdrawal limit or hindi pa. So, ayan na. After that, mag-display na withdrawal successful, yung ating updated balance, and then yung total withdrawn today. So, ayun lang. Then, sa case 3 natin, ito yung check balance. So, syempre, check balance lang. Lalabas lang yung ating account year and yung ating current balance. So, next, case 4, no, log out. Ayan. Kung ayaw mo nang gamitin yung system, ito na. Mag-log out ka na. Ayan. Then, yung transaction count natin, syempre, since nag-log out ka na nga, ayan, mag-set na yung transaction count natin. 2, 3. Ayan, so ito, default. If ever na wala sa choices yung pinili mo, sa deposit, withdraw, balance, and log out, dito siya pasok. Kunyari, nag-choice ka ng 5. So, meaning, invalid choice yun. Kasi wala naman sa choices natin yun. So, after nun, meron na tayong do while loop ulit, no? Ito yun, sa under pa rin ng do while loop. So, ito na yung ask if the user, ayan, ask if the user wants to log in another account. So, example, naka 3 transactions na tayo sa ating banking system. So, meaning, magtatapos na yung program natin doon. Pero, tatanungin muna tayo ni program if gusto ba natin i-continue yung paggamit and mag-login as another user. If yes, ayan, i-read natin yung continue session, no? So, if continue is not equal to 1, meaning, kung no yung pipiliin natin, yung exit system natin, mag-ano siya, determinate yan. Like, exit the main loop if the user not to continue. So, meaning, mag-end na yung program pag nag-no. If naman mag-yes tayo, ayan, while not exit system, meaning false, so meaning, maglo-loop siya, no? Ito yung, as you can see, main banking system loop. So, dito siya pupunta ulit sa ating enter your account number. Enter your PIN. So, ayan, panibagong transaction tayo, panibagong user account. And, ayan, hanggang sa magtuloy-tuloy. So, loop lang ulit, no? Ayan nga, hanggang sa mag-no tayo. And then, pag nag-no na, ayan, dito na papasok yung thank you for using the banking system. And then, scanner close natin, syempre, para din na makapag-input si user dahil ender naman yung program. So, ayan lang ang ating part sa ating switch case, no, for different banking operations. So, for the summary ng atin, ayan, do while loop, start the banking system loop, and for multiple sessions. So, dito na yung ating variables. Ayan, dito na yung ating mga account, no, naka-final para hindi mo bago sa ating kalagitnaan ng program. So, ayan, account your names, ayan, string basic, premium, VIP, then initial balance natin for each tier, no. Ayan, ito yung basic natin. Meron tayong basic balance na 10K. Premium natin, meron tayong 20K. And VIP, meron tayong 50K. So, sa withdrawal limit, syempre, basic lang at premium meron tayo. Kasi yung VIP ay wala yon. As long as hindi nauubos yung balance niya, pwede siyang mag-withdraw na mag-withdraw. No? Unlike sa VIP, I mean, unlike sa basic and premium na pag na-reach yung 25K na withdraw, bawal na. Kasi ayun lang yung limit niya each per day. Ganun. Pati sa premium, pag na-reach yung 50K. So, ayan, welcome message. Welcome to PNCN's banking system. Ayan, so while loop for login attempts ng maximum of 3. Ayan, so na-explain na rin naman ito ng kagroup ko. And ito ay summary na lang. Kumbaga, parang i-overview na lang ulit natin. So, ayan. And for loop naman, no, for transaction, ayan. Ito yung sabi ko kanina na pag naka 3 transaction tayo, mag-i-stop na and i-aas na tayo ni program ulit. So, ayan. At dito na nagtatapos po ang aming presentation for midterm CCS 102.